NNRG.
Okay, we better get this one loading like right away for reasons which will be obvious in a moment. So anyways, today's game, 4x4 Offroad Racing. Got a little bit of an intro here, which I am slightly censoring. There's 3 lines at the bottom, and I'm blocking out one of them because it's got swearing in it. But anyways, yeah, this intro's completely not with, there's like no audio here for whatever reason. So we'll go past this one. But then all of a sudden we have another intro. I don't think I've ever seen that before. 2 intros in one game? That's just weird. But anyways, if we go past this intro here, then it's gonna go blank, and now it's loading. And now here's the thing. This game has resisted all attempts to load faster because it has abysmally slow loading. I can't describe just how long the load times are in this thing, and they're frequent. So this is not going to be pleasant. And here's the thing. I tried like attaching a fast loader cartridge. That didn't do anything. I tried turning off the true emulation of the disk drive in the emulator, and that totally broke broke it from actually loading the game. So this thing resists all attempts to load fast for whatever reason. And I'm gonna guess maybe what's going on is that we saw the intros, those 2 intros for the 2 groups involved with this particular cracked version of the game. So my guess is they've implemented their own loader, and their own loader is slow as balls, and nothing you could do is going to override it because it's overriding whatever you do ahead of time. So that's my guess as to what's going on. I don't actually know the reason why the fast loaders and stuff don't seem to work with this thing, but yeah. And the worst part is that unlike the Airborne Ranger, which we covered not too long ago, where there was actually like a little screen that would come up after a very long load so that it just wouldn't drop you straight into the gameplay. No, this game drops you straight into the gameplay after long loads. So using the warp speed is in and of itself dangerous, but I'm going to have to because the load times are ridiculous. In fact, I am going to post... Once the title screen finally appears, I'm going to put the actual... Okay, there it is. Finally. So I'm going to put the actual load time on screen anytime a load finishes. Now, it's not going to be the same as the actual video time because I am cutting silence from my own dialogue. So some of the loads may actually seem shorter as a result of that. But I will have the actual load times on screen. And I'm only going to do this for the first few loads because then I'm just going to start warp speeding them. Okay, so once we clear off of this, joystick button. So we get to select our terrain. Now, I don't actually know exactly, I haven't, checked much of this out. I only, briefly checked out the game to make sure it was working right. And to try and get a fast loader working. But, I think, yeah. So if we push left or right on the joystick, it lets you change which section you're selecting. So the terrain, we either have the rough desert, the desert, mud and hills, or winter. I guess we'll just go with the first one. And in terms of ability, we've got beginner, amateur, semi-pro, and professional. Well, defaulted to amateur, so why don't we just leave it there. And push the button. And now you get to select our vehicle, which I don't know how big a difference this is going to make. It's got a whole lot of different stats to it, right? So we've got the Cox Motors Stormtrooper. I would be very curious to know if there was actually a vehicle named that, because that seems like a licensing issue right there. We've got the Venerable Motors Tarantula, the I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Oyama? Well, yeah, that's kind of weird. Anyways, they have a katana. The Tartan Lorry Manufacturing Highlander. And then we're back to this one. Okay, so we got 4 vehicles to choose from. And they've got a bunch of different stats on them. I'm not sure what it means by endurance. I think endurance is like how much damage you can take or something. And we also got fuel capacity. But I don't see anything in terms of speed. Like, if this is a racing game, wouldn't speed kind of be an important factor? Why are we not allowed to see what the speed is? Now, the funny thing here is that I'm looking through these stats, and I'm only just sort of guessing in the back of my mind what these stats are for. But this kind of highlights an interesting... I'm having trouble trying to put this into words. So one of the things that happens with a lot of racing games is they'll have like multiple different kinds of stats, but because of the nature of the game and what they're trying to simulate, the stats vary in line with each other. So like if a certain stat goes up, another stat may go down, or vice versa. And it's always like that, which begs the question, why have 2 separate stats? And that seems to be something that's going on here. Like, for instance, if we take a look at the power, weight, and fuel capacity ratings, the Katana here has the lowest power, the lowest weight, and the lowest fuel capacity. Yet, if we go up to the Tarantula... Okay, the Tarantula, slightly more power, but slightly more weight and slightly more fuel capacity. And we go up to the Stormtrooper, slightly more power, slightly more weight, slightly more fuel capacity. And we go up to the Highlander, slightly more power, slightly more weight, slightly more fuel capacity. They're all linked with each other. And this is kind of a problem which occurs with a lot of racing games, is that it's like stat overload. There's too many stats, which could have been condensed into something so much simpler because they're all related to each other. You're not going to find a vehicle that has greater power at a lower weight than some other vehicle. They're all tied together, and I just find that really annoying when racing games do that. Anywho, I'm going to guess that all of these vehicles are balanced with each other to some degree, so whatever. Let's just go with the Stormtrooper. So, we got a load. Oh boy. So as I said, these loads are long. Once it gets to the gameplay, I will post on screen how long it took. You know, one of the major ironies is one of the fast loader carts I tried is the Epyx fast loader cart, and this is an Epyx game. So it's like the Epyx fast loader doesn't work with the Epyx game because the cracking groups decided to screw with things. Okay, and we're into the game with the load time posted at the bottom of the screen. So I can move down the sidewalk. Apparently there's an auto mart, a custom shop, and truck sales. I think going to the auto mart allows us to basically choose a different vehicle. I think the custom shop, this lets us change various things going on. So we can change the kind of tires we're using. Not entirely certain what effect this is going to have. Probably just cornering ability or something. We'll go with the standard. And it also looks like there's other things up here we can select. Like there's something we can put on the front of the vehicle there. And something we can put on the side. I don't know what those are for. And this is probably something. Maybe I can't use it with this vehicle or something. I'm not sure. So there's not really a lot of customization here other than changing your wheels. So you can't actually exit through the garage door. You have to actually click on the exit sign. And then to actually begin the race, you have to go to the truck sales and go in there. And then we're going to have another load. Oh, right. This one, I actually have to change the disc side just a second. Okay, so the load officially starts now. And now it will actually load into the game proper. So once again, we'll post the load time on screen once we're loaded in. You know, while I'm waiting for this to load, I just had an interesting thought that maybe Epyx intentionally left any kind of fast loading routines out of their games specifically to sell more fast loader cartridges. Like, that's just a theory. I don't know if that's true, but it also wouldn't surprise me. Okay, and immediately we're off. Okay, I'll have the load time on the screen. So this looks it kind of plays like your typical early first. Whoa, that. Okay. Apparently hitting stuff on the road just makes our car do flips. Okay, I'm gonna guess that's like maybe damaging us or something. Probably shouldn't be hitting so many things. But they're really big, so it's a little difficult to dodge this stuff. Anyways, so we got a fuel gauge, so presumably we're gonna run out of fuel at some point. And I believe the way... Oh, we got actually proper hills here, too. That's kind of neat. And then... Oh, wait, what? Okay, that's weird. You gotta mash through whatever that red stuff was. Yeah, there's a bunch of indicators on the... down at the bottom as well. My guess is that... if you get, like... if certain things happen to the vehicle, those indicators will light up, and then you gotta... like, get repaired or something. I'm not sure. Oh, we got another vehicle coming up. Okay, so we want to pass this guy. Hopefully. Ah, this one... that guy's being a jerk. He was, like, bumping into us. Oh. That guy was just on the side of the road. Okay, that was weird. Maybe that guy was, like, injured or something? Because I get the because there's like an endurance thing at the bottom there, so I'm guessing if we hit enough stuff, we might like lose endurance or something. Because yeah, hitting obstacles doesn't seem... Okay, never mind, our car just exploded. Wow, that music just keeps going. Like, did we die or something? Like, we're not moving. Oh, okay, so we did die. We got, like, lost a life. There's, like, a lives indicator at the bottom. Okay. So, apparently you also have extra lives. So, maybe we did hit a few too many things or something? It's surprisingly hard to dodge those things, despite how small they are. Oh, we actually get forks in the road, too. Because, yeah, when you're taking a turn... yeah, and sometimes there's just not enough space to get by certain things. Okay, so apparently our current position is 16. And now it's 15. Oh, now it's going to be 16 again. Man, that car was a jerk. At least we're past him now, but I don't know how long that's going to last. Yeah, position is 15. We got another car coming up now. Let's see if we can get past them. Okay, they're not being a jerk. Now, the question is, was that car part of the race? I don't actually know. Oh, we are driving on one wheel now. Or two wheels. Oh, the time of day is... oh, yeah, there is a timer in the... yeah, so that started at 8, right? So apparently all 3 hours have already passed in this race? Holy jeez. Oh yeah, I just passed another vehicle on the side of the road. So it looks like... vehicles can... like... the opponents can end up, like, screwed up and then having to... oh, one of my lights just went on. That can't be good. Also, my endurance is down to 90%. Also, I'm running on fumes, I just noticed. And also, my car just exploded again. Okay, that's kind of lame. If you lose a life, you don't get your fuel back and your damage isn't repaired. Not sure how I feel about that. So I'm probably gonna, like, yeah, stop it. Okay, stopping for repairs. So, oh, we got loading. Oh boy. Yeah, this is gonna be the last load that I don't fast load, because, again, these loads are very long, and I have no means to make them safely faster. So, once this one's done, and I post a time on screen so that you guys can see how long these loads have been taking, I will start using the warp speed to get by them. But, yeah, the thing I wanted to mention is that this game so far feels very frenetic. Like, there's a lot going on screen, even though it doesn't seem all that complicated. Because, yeah, I played it for like a minute before starting recording, and it basically just felt like a... okay, so... what do I need to do? I guess I need to refuel or something? No gas in truck. How do I gas up? Do I just... The race is over for you. Wait, what? There's no way there was enough gas to make it through the whole race. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I looked up the manual, and yeah, I kind of messed up here. The Automart... Why didn't I go... I thought the Automart was like, buy an automobile. No, the Automart is buy supplies. So yeah, this is kind of important. This is why I ran out of gas and wasn't able to keep going. Jeez. Wait, a 6-pack? A 6-pack of what? 6-pack of beer? You can literally get drunk in this race? What? Okay, then we got 5 gallons of gas, we got tools, we got spare tires, which all seem to be the same price, spare parts, battery, flashlight, water. Wait, water has no cost? Huh. Let's do a map, for sure. Let's get the tools, because according to the manual, the tools is like essential. And instead of 4 tires, let's just get 1 spare tire. Let's pick up some oil, some coolant, and spare parts. Then spare battery. And let's just do the rest as fuel. Okay. So I think that should be good. Like, I mean, we have enough left to get some more oil and some more coolant, so why not? Oh, transmission fluid. Let's get a couple of those too. Okay, so we've used up our volume. So I think that's good. So now we got a bunch of spare stuff. We're going to exit. So go to the custom shop. Make sure we're using standard tires. Okay, I'm not going to get the other stuff. Let's go to the race, or the truck sales, which starts the race, which is still weird. It's going to ask me to swap to the other disc side, so let's see if we can actually survive it this time. Okay, and we're off to the race again. So hopefully this time we're not going to totally whiff it. I'm going to try not to hit so many things on the road, holy jeez. Because yeah, this road is just littered with things. And the other thing too is sometimes when you hit something on the road, because you lose control of the vehicle, it actually becomes difficult to dodge other things on the road. So you can end up hitting multiple things in sequence. Okay, so we got a vehicle to pass here. We passed them. So our position should be 16 now. And we gotta mash to get through that, which is weird. I don't know why it's like that. I don't even know what that is, that red stuff. Now, it's possible that some of these hazards on the road are actually not that lethal, and that passing over them is not normally that big a deal, just so long as you know how to deal with them okay. But I'm trying to avoid them as much as I can, just because I feel like some of them are probably... like, maybe some of them have a risk of damaging you in some way if you do hit them, so... But at least we got supplies this time. So hopefully, if anything goes wrong, we can actually fix the damage we've sustained, and then move on. Because yeah, look at our fuel. We're already halfway down on fuel, and I don't think this race is actually anywhere near over. Although so far I don't seem to be doing too bad. But then the obstacles haven't been too egregious so far. But you never know, that could change in a heartbeat. Oh, we got more of this stuff, which is annoying to go through. It's got to be a better way to get through that stuff than what I'm doing, but the only way I can figure is just constantly hitting the accelerator multiple times. Now it says my current position is 14. I didn't think I passed that many vehicles. Maybe I did. But hey, we're about to get up to 13. Although, yeah, I need to stop for repairs because I need fuel. Okay, so we're going to go through a load here. Okay, so all I need is fuel, so let's go down to fuel. Adding gas took 2 minutes. Can we add more? Yeah, let's just put all the gas in. And then what's the map say? So there's our current position. Maybe that black arrow that we're approaching is actually like a pit stop or something? Maybe I shouldn't have put all the gas in. Okay, so press button to return to race. And now we're going to have more loading. And we're back on the road. So yeah, but probably, I'm thinking that that black triangle on the map probably was like a rest stop or something. So maybe we shouldn't have put all that fuel into the vehicle, because we could probably fuel up at that rest stop, right? That's just a guess. I didn't read the manual fully. I only read the parts that seemed pertinent to the difficulties I was facing. Because for the most part, the game... Yeah, stopping for a checkpoint. I'm going to guess that there's gas at this checkpoint. Also more loading. Oh boy. Okay, so fuel status says 9 cans on board, 16 gallons in tank. Apparently we can just fill up to 30 gallons in the tank. I mean, why not? Viewing your map takes time? Holy jeez. Why? That doesn't seem very fair. Okay, so we're back on the road again, and so far, like, I mean, the game, apart from the fact that it does feel a little frenetic, the game otherwise isn't playing so bad. Like, the frame rate's nice and high, the controls are surprisingly responsive. Uh-oh, one of my lights just went blue? Not sure what that's about. I'm going to guess that if something goes seriously wrong, the game will actually tell me to, like, I need to pull over for repairs. But for the moment, I seem to be doing okay, so just gonna keep going. Okay, something's clearly wrong, so how do I brake? Can I actually... Okay, it won't let me pull over for repairs, even though there's definitely something very wrong with the vehicle now, because I'm not going any faster than that. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain how to manually bring up the repair system. Like, I was looking through the manual, I didn't see anything about doing it. Like, maybe a run stop? No, that doesn't do anything. Commodore key, space... Oh, spacebar did something. Okay, maybe spacebar is the key that actually brings up your repair screen. But yeah, I'm reading through the manual. I don't see anything about pushing the spacebar to do anything. Okay, so we got a couple things going on here. So this is the main issue. The transmission needs more fluid and spare parts. So, can we fix it? Okay, quick fix took 37 minutes. And then something's going on with the truck overheating. Need coolant and spare parts. So, well, we don't have any water, but we do have coolant. So, okay, so that's a normal repair. Interesting. So there's a difference between a quick fix and a normal repair, I guess. Geez, and that took 68 minutes off of our position, so that's not good. Actually, you know what? Our position is still 12. So we're actually doing okay, despite the fact that our car's taken a beating. Although we haven't lost any lives. Although we've only got half of our fuel left, so I don't think we're going to actually make it to the end of this race. But we'll see how far we can get. But yeah, this game just seems a lot more challenging than it should be, if that makes any sense. Because, like, I mean, yeah, a racing game's supposed to be challenging, but this just seems like it's too challenging. Because there's, like, so many... It's like taking a hard simulation approach, like trying to have all these different aspects to it and having to, like, bring supplies and everything. But at the same time, the roads are freaking littered with everything. And then you get damaged for this... for just at random. And then you got these long load screens to go through just to do anything and then get back into it. And yeah, we're low on fuel, so I don't think this this race is going to go much longer for us because we don't have any spare fuel left. And the next checkpoint is well past where we're at right now. So yeah, I think we're pretty screwed. But yeah, so the point I was trying to get at is this game feels like it wants to be like a full-on simulation, but it doesn't feel like a full-on simulation despite trying to be. And I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. But then let's just consider for a moment that this is an old C64 game, so all things considered, it is pushing new ground for sure, just trying to have all the features it does. But at the same time, that might be its detriment. It's just trying too hard. And yeah, we're about to lose the race here because there's no way I'm going to have enough fuel to keep going because we used up all our fuel cans. So yeah, that was 4x4 Offroad Racing. It's definitely an interesting game for sure. It's definitely playable for sure, but this is kind of a tricky one to approach. So, I don't know. Like, if you definitely like old racing style games where you didn't quite have like the proper track layouts and everything, like just that sort of pseudo 3D going on, while at the same time having a whole bunch of extra simulation stuff piled on top of that, like, yeah, it's an interesting game. I'm not sure I would want to play this for an excessive amount of time.